Hello friends, welcome to exam quiz. In today's video, we will be look at some of the most important questions on the topic submits and venue of 2025. This video is going to be very important because it is completely exam oriented. So don't miss this video. Without any waste of time, let's begin. Where was the United Nations Environment Assembly held in December 2025? Which country will host the second International Olympic Research Conference 2026? In which Indian city will Global Big Cat Summit be held in 2026? Which country is chairing the 47th ASEAN Summit in 2026? Which country will host the 18th BRICS Summit 2026? Where was the World Telecommunication Development Conference 2025 organized? Where was the Global Artificial Intelligence Show 2025 held? Where was the Global Space Exploration Conference 2025 held? Where was the World Conservation Congress 2025 held? Where was the Heads of State Summit 2025 of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization held? Where was the World Health Organization Second Traditional Medical Global Summit held? In which country was the World Health Summit and Digital 2025 held? Where was the third AI Action Summit 2025 co-chaired by PM Modi held? Where was the 12th edition of the World Government Summit 2025 organized? Where was the 17th BRICS Summit 2025 organized? Where was the NATO Summit 2025 held? Where was the 23rd Asia Pacific Institute for Broadcasting Development General Conference held? Where was the 51st Annual G7 Summit 2025 held? Where was the World Hydrogen Summit 2025 held? Where was the World Air Transport Summit 2025 held? Where was the Asian Security Summit Shangri-La Dialogue 2025 held? Which city will host India International Conference on Democracy and Election Management? Where did PM Modi lead the 11th International Yoga Day Session 2025? Which country will host COP31 Climate Summit in 2026? Where was the National Textiles Ministers Conference 2026 bill organized? Where was the BIMSTEC Summit 2025 held? Which film won the Oscar Award 2025? Where was the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit 2025 held? Where was the Asian India Youth Summit 2025 held? Where was the 20 Global Sustainability Summit 2025 held? Where was the 9 Global Technology Summit 2025 been organized? Which country will host the G20 Summit 2026? Where was the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas Conference 2025 organized? Which country will host the 52nd G7 summit in 2026? Where did Prime Minister Narendra Modi attend the G20 summit held in November 2025? Where was the United Nations Climate Change Conference COP30 held? Where did President Draupadi Murmu attend the centenary celebration of OI Chiki script of Santali language? Which country hosted the 23rd edition of India-Russia Summit 2025? Where did Amit Shah inaugurated the second edition of ARC Summit 2025? Where did Prime Minister Narendra Modi chair the 50 Pragati meeting in January 2026? Where was the meeting of United Nations Environment Assembly held? Where did PM Modi chair the National Conference of Chief Secretaries held? Where was the Intergovernmental Committee for Safeguarding Intangible Cultural Heritage of UNESCO held? Where will the 7th India International Seaweed Expo and Conference 2026 be held? Where was the 11th edition of India International Science Festival held? In 2025, which edition of Pariksha Pe Charcha was held? Where was the conference of Ramsar Convention on Wetlands held? Which country will host International Olympics Research Conference 2026? Where was International Tourism Mark 2025 held? So friends, these were the most important questions of summits and venue in 2025. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. And if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you all.